Hello, this is Dr. Raz. In this video, I would like to show you a case study solution, Python solution for market and trade networks. I first log into our class Blackboard, and here I will download the Python file, three dots, download original file. I already download these two CSV files I will work on as well. Next step, I will go to Google Colab. Make sure that you're logged into your Gmail account. Google Colab. Open Colab, close the previous tab, upload, browse, and here I will just upload the file that I just downloaded from Blackboard. And then here click on files and wait for it to connect to runtime, upload the two Excel files, CSV files that we downloaded from Blackboard. Okay. The first part is pandas. Pandas is similar to Excel spreadsheet. So we can create data frames and manipulate data. Second, we will read these two Excel files. One, number 15 markets data. We will save in this variable M, and variable R is going to be our routes data. And now we will separate our data between funders versus ventures. And P will be our funders and C will be our ventures. So P will be, we will look into the M, which is market data. And here we'll convert all the values into lower string values and check to see whether they are funder. And also we will do the same thing for C, where we'll lowercase all the entries under row column and check to see whether they are ventures. Okay, let's do that. Next step, we will create dictionaries, base S and D dictionaries. So here, basically, we convert our key data into dictionaries to easily see the corresponding values for each index. And you can see the index here is the p dot name. Uh, P again is the funder name of the funder, and OC dot name, which is name of the venture. And then here corresponding values will be the base return for each funder and maximum investment amount for each funder and required funding for each venture. Let's do this. So we read those values as well. Now we'll calculate the profit and create a new column called unit underscore profit, and that will come from the look at the origin map base, which means that look at each of the if you just look at the R, which is again R is R rods data, and here you look at the origin, and for each of those origins, if you just go to rods, actually let me just show you. So each of these origins, we will look at the admin costs, and then we will go to the market file. Each of those origins also we will look into the base returns. Okay, so you can see here we'll calculate profit based on origins base returns and also admin costs. Okay, the difference between those two will give us profits. And we'll sort those profit values, false ascending in this descending order, highest to lowest. Sort those values, and then we initiate our greedy algorithm by creating a new list where we'll store all the investments made, and then the total profits will start at zero, and then we'll update this based on the assignments. So we'll go through each donor venture combination, which are the again edges and in our network, and we'll do a for loop over X where we'll go through every single row in our R file, which is again, our file is the routes file. We will go through every single combination of origin destinations, and then we look at how much we can invest based on three values. One, S dot get, which means again S is maximum investment amount for a given donor. You look at that value, and D dot get, which is required funding for each venture. And then finally, we'll look at the rod capacity and see whichever is lower will determine the next Q. And if the Q is positive profit, which means that we can generate money on that, and also if you have enough available money to invest, then basically we will just proceed. Again, you can see the Q. If the Q is positive, and there's still capacity in these constraints. And also if the profit for corresponding value is greater than zero, which means we can make money on this, then we will append F. Again, we initialize this investments alternative. If this criteria is satisfied, then we will add this investment to our list. And here, this is how it will look like. The first column will be donor name. Second column will be destination, in other words, venture name. Third column is quantity, which is how much we invest in. And finally, unit profit. Okay. And then we will update the budgets and demand. So S was, if you remember, donors capacity, and D was the venture needs. So basically, S will decrease by Q amount, and D will decrease by Q amount as well. And then total profit will increase by Q times unit per profit per unit. So, okay, we run that. Now we can save all the file results to our CSV files by running this. And you can see that now we have new CSV files where we have the results. And basically, we can take a look at them. Unmet demand. So you can see that each venture and there is no unmet demand. And if you look at the supply amounts, leftover supply, so you can see, for example, donor 2 spent all of his budget versus donor 9 has still $62,000 of idle budget to invest in. And the flows, you can see some examples of here is that donor 2 invests $70,000 into venture 1, and the unit profit here you can see 8 cents on a dollar. So if you just multiply the 7, it's almost 9. 9 times 7 will give you $66,300 of profit, right? So that's uh, because again, this is less than 10%, it's like close to 9%. So 10% would have been 7,000, but less than that, so around $6,300 or so profit generated from donor 2 by investing in venture number 1. That's it for this video. Until next video, enjoy business analytics.